Hello everyone, my name is Chloe and today I'm here with a brand new video. Today I'm here to talk about my anticipated releases for September through December. So we're going to be basically wrapping up the year of my anticipated releases. There's not too many to talk about this time around. I've noticed that, November, December does tend to be a less busy time for books being released, especially ones that I would like to read. So we have 13 books to talk about today. We're going to jump right into it and get started, and we're going to start right off the bat with September. 3 books that I want to read coming out in September. The first one is Almost There by Farah Rochon. This is the next book in the Twisted Tales series, and this is a retelling of The Princess and the Frog. I have only seen that movie once, so I'm not as familiar with it as I am some other Disney movies, but I am interested to see the twist that is going on in this book. I also haven't read a book by Farah Rochon, so this might be a good introduction for me to this author. I know she writes some rom-coms and I have one on my shelf, so I'm interested to see if I enjoy her writing style. Next, also coming out on September 6th, we have Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match by Sally Thorne. Sally Thorne wrote The Hating Game, which is one of my all-time favorite books, but I'm worried that that was her peak. So I feel like I have a lot riding on this book. I really want to love it because I don't want to write Sally Thorne off as like a one-time fluke of a book that I like. So I have high hopes for this book. I have it pre-ordered. I think the premise is so super interesting. Like a combination of a rom-com Frankenstein retelling is just super interesting and fun and perfect for fall Halloween time. And the last one for September, coming out on September 20th, is Drunk on Love by Jasmine Guillory. Jasmine Guillory is somebody who I have read almost all of her releases, especially her most recent romance books. She wrote the books in the Wedding Date companion series. She has a new book in the Meant to Be series. So she's got a lot of different things going on. I've heard that this one may feature some characters from her previous books, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I am still going to read it and hopefully enjoy it. So moving into October, the first one we have coming out on October 4th is Blackmail and Babinka by Mia P. Manansala. This is the third one in the Tita Rosie Kitchen mystery series. I'm not sure if it's going to be the final one in this series, but the second one came out earlier this year and I enjoyed it, but not as much as the first one. This one is Christmas themed. It is the holiday times in Shady Palms. So I am really hoping that I enjoy this one. I've been delving into mystery more recently, so we'll see. Also coming out on October 4th, we have Partners in Crime by Alicia Rye. This is her new release. She has previously written the The Right Swipe and Girl Gone Viral. I can't remember the series name right now. But I think it's been a bit since I read one by her. I think her last one came out in 2021. I have no idea what this one is about, but I have enjoyed her previous work, so I am interested to check this one out. Another coming out on October 4th, we have A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. I have enjoyed Julie Murphy's contemporary work before. I want to say that this one is adult, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I am really hoping for a super cute holiday story from Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. The last one coming out on October 4th is The First to Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This is a prequel to They Both Die at the End, and it is following the very first person to get the phone call about their death day. I do want to reread They Both Die at the End. I might read this one first and then reread that one. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that. But They Both Die at the End like blew up on TikTok. So I'm excited and ready to cry. And finally, the last one for October, we have It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. This is another prequel, and it's the prequel, no, sorry, it's not a prequel. It is a sequel to It Ends With Us. I have read It Ends With Us, but it has been like 5 years, so it definitely needs a reread from me. Another one that blew up on TikTok along with a lot of Colleen Hoover novels. So I am planning to reread It Ends With Us and then start It Starts With Us. Moving on to November, we only have 2 coming out this month. The first one coming out on November 1st is A Very Merry Bromance by Lyssa K. Adams. This is the next one in the Bromance Book Club series. I can't remember who this one is following off the top of my head, but I'm very excited to see a Christmas themed one. I really enjoyed the last one that Lyssa Kay Adams wrote, which was following the Russian, so I have high hopes for this one. And coming out on November 8th, probably one of my most anticipated releases for the entire year, and that is Cursed by Marissa Meyer. I am so excited for the sequel to Gilded. Marissa Meyer is just pumping out hit after hit for me. She is my favorite author, so I'm very excited to find out how this book ends. I am already planning a reread of the first one. The audiobook is phenomenal, so I highly recommend listening to the audiobook of all of Marissa Meyer's books, just because Rebecca Soler is such a good audiobook narrator. I'm so excited for Cursed. I cannot wait. And I am very excited. And I also want to know what Marissa Meyer is going to do next, because this book is a finale. It's a duology. So I'm very interested. And we're going to move on to the last three, which come out in December. The first one is Well Traveled by Jen DeLuca. This is the next book in the Well Met series, which is a series of Renaissance romances. I've enjoyed all of the previous ones, especially the first one and the third one. So I'm excited to check this one out. All these covers that she gets are so beautiful too. I love how they correlate and they're just gorgeous. And this one is following a character that we met in the third book. Also coming out on December 6th, probably another one of my most anticipated releases for this year, and it is 1,000 Heartbeats by Kiera Cass. Kiera Cass is another one that is like one of my all-time favorite authors. The Selection is one of my all-time favorite series. Kind of hit a little bit of a snag with The Betrayed and The Betrothed. Switch those around, The Betrothed and The Betrayed. But I have high hopes. I am not giving up yet. And the last one in this entire list, coming out on December 13th, is A Million to One by Adiba Jagadar. This is I don't know if it's a retelling, but it's a story about the Titanic. It is a heist story that is set on the Titanic, which I think is very different for this author. So I am interested in seeing where this one goes. I've read both of her contemporary books before, so this is something that's going to be different. I don't read that much historical fiction, but I am definitely intrigued by this book. So those are all of my anticipated releases for the remainder of the year, September through December. It has been a crazy year of releases, and I think there's just going to be so many more amazing ones in the new year. So that is all I have for this video today. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, if you like what you see here, please go ahead and click subscribe. I post new videos every week, so click subscribe so you can be updated for when I post those. And if you really like my content, consider checking out my Patreon, linked in the description below. Down in the comments, let me know what some of your most anticipated releases are for the year as well. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye! In the darkness, I don't feel so cold. The answers fall like rain, and somehow we're okay. A story drifts between shadows and smoke.